The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. This is taken at the 3. Oh, good footwork on the spin. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. First carry of the game here for Royce Freeman. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. He'll drop to throw. He goes underneath to Freeman. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. Give him 7 on the play, and they're going to face a 3rd down.
I like it, I like it, I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so, and gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it, and really gets them amped up as they go forward.
They're going to look to throw. And bulldozing his way through. And it's a terrific return here as he's going to have him set up with a 1st and goal right at about the 6-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. On 1st and goal, Howard. And they'll get him down here at about the 5-yard line. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
Howard all alone in the backfield on 2nd and goal.
Lock in.
He'll get it up the middle. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears. Jordan Howard with touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Bears have taken the early lead. Extra point through the snowflakes, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Here's Parkey now, set to kick it away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll get it up just past the 20, and his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. I think defensively you're okay with that. And you're in the first quarter. He's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on. And I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series, they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
Detroit! Detroit!
Now back to throw. And he will find his man on the end route, complete. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down. Could be 4-down territory even if they don't get this, but they need just a few inches here on third.
Watch him now, Barney! Barney!
Now a handoff. It's Freeman. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first.
All right, now look at
Just a gain of a couple, but good enough to keep the drive rolling.
Well, they're currently the best in the NFL in converting on third down, so it was no surprise there that they picked that one up.
And they've done it in many different ways throughout the season, Charles. Picking it up, running it, throwing it, just effective on third downs all year long. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Bryce Callahan. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
Trubisky brings the Bears out 1st and 10 at their own 12-yard line.
Hey, gotta go, gotta go.
Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. And he'll be taken down, losing yardage back at the 9-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13.
Lock in, lock in.
On 2nd down, here's Trubisky. And that is incomplete, but a penalty flag is down. This could possibly be a push-off. Looked like some hands both ways. They got it on the offense.
Sometimes there's a fine line between being the receiver and the DB, and he knocked that one away. Might have caused an incompletion that could have been an interception.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down.
Gotta go, gotta go.
Trubisky with a give to Howard. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. They've had touchdowns on both of their drives thus far, but now they face a 3rd and long.
Hey, 18. Blue, blue, blue. Blue, blue, blue.
Now Trubisky on 3rd and long. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off at the 14. And he will score. Touchdown, Washington. Ah, yes, the old tip drill works to perfection there.
Ah, you're bringing back great memories. Used to love that drill. And a lot of times in practice, you work on it, not just one tip, but multiple tips, just in case the ball stays in the air for a while, to have an awareness and the ability to go up and grab it, and then you want to get some blocking support and end up in the opposite end zone.
In that tip drill, what do you yell?
For us, it was Oski, okay? Oski was an interception.
For different teams.
Different teams have different ways of doing it. I've heard bingo, jackpot. The worst I ever heard, though, was Frankenstein. You don't want it to be a three-syllable word.
Yeah.
You want to get it right down and go. Oski is really the preferred word.
Oski. Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They begin the drive on the ground with Cohen. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
All right, quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the 2nd and the 3rd level.
18. Red's up. Red's up.
Now Trubisky to throw on 2nd. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Allen Robinson, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd down.
Well, it doesn't take any great analysis. No jokes, partner, okay? All right, on this one. But we just know that we're going to see this as the game moves forward. There's going to be 2 guys on him on just about every snap.
It's kind of a dare to throw his way, but they have to keep throwing his way.
The benefits could be great. You throw it to a great receiver, he could come down with it anyway.
Oh, moving from his tight end spot there.
Do you think that perhaps the play call was for him?
This 3rd down just got even more difficult. 3rd down and 15 after the false start.
Lock in. 18. Red's up. Yep.
Out of the gun, Trubisky. He's got a man. It's Sutton. That's complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
Well, we always hear about the connections some quarterbacks have with certain receivers. I think this guy has a connection with just about everyone. Didn't mind throwing it in there against double coverage to him.
Shows some confidence, supreme confidence.
Big-time confidence that he would make the play for him, and he did.
Lock in. Yep.
On 1st down, they run with Howard. He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Lock in. Red's up. 18. Hey, 18.
On 2nd down, Trubisky. Sutton reeling it in on the left side. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Brandon, so many times we see the crossing route start as a quick hitter, but in this play, he had time in the pocket and waited for him to clear going across.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Right 80. Lock in.
They go counter with Howard. Now that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis back with you as it's Bears football here to begin.
Let's go. Run the ball after this. Lock in.
From the gun, it's Trubisky. And he'll find Sutton on the right side, complete. Touchdown, Chicago! Cortland Sutton, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Bears will extend their lead. And a nice job by him to catch the slant and then navigate and break free.
And receivers love slant routes because it gets the ball in their hands so quickly and oftentimes on the move. And when they're on the move like that, then they get to use their best asset, which is usually their speed.
And their speed sometimes, like this instance, can take them into the end zone. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Redskins offense now, they head back onto the field. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week, not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
They'll run with Freeman here to begin the drive. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown. Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far. And after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. He got 29 yards that time. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down.
I think the last 2 plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy because you know he can throw the football. But how about his use of legs as well? What we call those broken plays, you can't account for them.
Yeah, those plays, those 2 that you just mentioned, a microcosm really of how he can hurt you.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Throw left side complete. It's Richardson. And down inside the 15 he goes. His first catch, good for 16 and a first. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's second down. He'd had some success as a runner previously on this drive, just not as much space there that time.
Yeah, this time when he pulled it down, they were ready for him, so I think he's going to have to fling a few in order to open up that running lane again.
This is caught. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. In for the score. And the Redskins are within a 2-point conversion of tying this game. Andy Reid never one to shy away from taking chances. He'll go for 2.
Leopard! Watch out. Motion! Hey, motion backfield. Go.
They'll try and run with Freeman. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. And he's not going to get there. So they come up empty on the 2-point conversion, and they are unable to tie up this football game. So the lead shaved to 2 now as the kickoff is away. This is taken at the 3. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drop...
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12.
Lock in, lock in. Red, up, 180. Red, up.
Now Trubisky to throw. Flushed out right. And he's going to go down again.
This offensive line has struggled. In fact, when we sat down with the coach, he said it's been in tatters lately. They allowed 6 sacks in their last game. Just gave up another one right there.
In tatters, so it sounds a little bit like this right now?
Exactly. It's like that paper being ripped. And right now, they've got to find a way to get it back together.
Let's see what they draw up here. 3rd and long following the sack of Trubisky.
Lock in, lock in. Red, up, 180. Jump.
From the shotgun is Trubisky. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down.
Lock in. Hey, gotta go.
On the handoff, this is Howard. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Let's go. 180.
Here's Trubisky to throw. Caught out left side by Robinson. First time they've hooked up here. Good for 17 and a first down. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
A couple of first downs have him to the 40 now on 1st and 10.
Lock in. 180.
A give to Howard. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
He did have the touchdown run earlier, but not a heck of a lot more than that throughout this game.
No, not at all. In fact, I would say that this defense has done as good of a job on him as they have on any runner in recent memory.
We're on the ball after this. Lock in. Hey, 18. Red, up. Jump.
Now Trubisky. He's going to dump that off to his running back, Cohen. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make someone miss in the open field.
Now Cohen. And he will make his way back to where he started from, and that's all, as we will make our way to the 2-minute warning.
Let's go. We're on the ball after this. Lock in. 180. Red, up.
Now it's Trubisky. He goes full extension, and he's got it. 18 yards there, and it'll be a 1st and goal.
I know it looks like fun to guys like you and me. We're up here in the booth and to everyone watching on television, but are you kidding me? In the snow, that type of a play, in the cold, you know that had to hurt to make that play.
I'm just mad he didn't make a snow angel while he was down there. Opportunity missed. He's going to get it running right. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Trubisky will throw. And just as you called it after the earlier sack, they set up the screen. A 10-yard completion, but still now facing 3rd and goal. And I took your advice from a bit earlier, tried to screen, but that one, it was covered up pretty well.
They did a nice job on it, but I still think it was the right idea. Probably just a block or two away from making it work.
The Bears on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here. They'll try to run for it with Howard. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. He'll give up 6 yards there on the loss, and it'll bring up 4th down. The Redskins now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. And Parkey's kick is good. And that will push the lead up to 5. So they get 3, certainly hoping for 6 after a 13-play drive.
So you console yourself on defense by saying you did your job, right? If they go 13 plays, you only give up a field goal, you did a nice job there. But here's the other part. 13 plays, you don't force any mistakes, you don't take the ball away. Maybe that's the way they should look at it.
Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk is a big decision here.
This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards. And that's one of his advantages of a passer, is now with his height, setting back there in the pocket, firing it over the middle, he can really see everything clearly.
It is. And
it's caught inside the 25. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. They give him a gain of 37.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that and have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory. And
now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. Again, he'll drop the throw. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll set up a throw. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Bryce Callahan. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. They go with Howard to begin the drive. Now Howard stripped. He lost the football. Well, who needs a halftime? Am I right? Let's resume play. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The lake effect snow set to continue for the second half of action as we are back underway. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. So here's the Bears offense now as they get set to start this third quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
Let's see if they do just that. And he'll take it ahead to the 28-yard line. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. This is Howard on second down. It's a 7-yard gain there that's good enough to move the chains.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Lock in, lock in. 87 I got 87.
This is Cohen on the toss. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage.
Lock in, lock in. Reds up. 18. Reds up. Move.
Now they'll throw it with Trubisky. And he will find his man on the outside. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Hey, 18. Reds up.
On 3rd down, Trubisky. Escaping the pressure right. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A gain of 26 on the 3rd down conversion. Line of scrimmage moves from one 37-yard line to the other as they come up 1st and 10.
Hey, gotta go.
A give left side to Howard. Taking it right down Broadway. Touchdown, Chicago. Jordan Howard, his 21st touchdown of the season. And the Bears will add on to their lead. A good, sustained drive there in this third quarter, capping it off with a touchdown to give them a nice 2-score advantage.
That was actually a fun one to watch, wasn't it? I mean, for me, seeing the mix of what they did, how they moved the ball downfield, very sharp, too. Each and every play seemed to be executed with great dispatch.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. So here's the Redskins offense now as they get set to start this third quarter. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half two.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is a script.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Aaron Lynch able to get in there and take him down for a loss of 3.
Detroit!
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And he's got him. Got his man on the end route. Complete. And he's able to get up here to the 26. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback is to deflect. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially, and the Bears take over. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And they'll go on the ground. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
Lock in, lock in. Sit up. 180. 18. Move.
Now it's Trubisky. He can't avoid the pressure. Redskins get there.
So what's the word I'm looking for here about how this drive just started?
Disjointed?
I'll go with that one. I mean, think about it. First down, took a bad loss on a running play. Take the sack on second down. Now they got to come up with something big here on third.
Let's see what they draw up here. 3rd and long following the sack of Trubisky.
Red, up. 180.
Here's Trubisky. On the crossing route, complete. It's Robinson. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 16, but they'll remain short of the marker, and it's 4th down. Here's Pat O'Donnell now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. The Redskins offense now, they get set to take over here. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And he will find his man on the end route, complete. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a...
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Khalil Mack in there to drop him, and he continues to wreak havoc in offensive backfield. Sack number 16 on the year. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Oh, he almost intercepted it. They're just forcing it into too many tough spots. That was almost a 4th pick of the game. And now 4th down. Here's Tressway now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Now on 4th down, we've got a whistle here and a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. And a tough ask here. They're going to go for it on 4th down and 9.
Gun! All right, here we go. 319. 6.
They'll try and throw for it here. And this is going to be incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Bears are going to get the football back, and they're going to get it in great field position. The Bears offense now heading back out onto the field.
They were forced to punt last time, and I doubt sincerely that they'll have to punt here because they're gifted with terrific field position.
I don't even want to think about the idea that they would end up punting starting with this type of field position. Neither do they. Great starting spot, great opportunity to run your full playbook. They want to take a shot here, they can go ahead and do it.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Lock in. Sit up. 180.
Throwing here, Trubisky. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. Nothing on the screen that time. Now it's 3rd down. Now they couldn't get anything going there out on the right side in the flat of the swing pass.
And didn't we have a discussion with their staff about wanting to get the backs more involved in the passing game? Huge emphasis for this game, but obviously the defense had other plans and really made a nice play.
So they've been unable to capitalize on the great field position as of yet. Here's 3rd and 9.
Red, up. 18. Move. Hey, 18.
They'll look to throw. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. Allen Robinson, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Bears will extend their lead. And, partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern, and it was in the middle third of the field.
And that's really difficult to do because ordinarily the safeties are back there to prevent that happening. But they found the opening and exploited it.
Here's Parkey now set to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Out comes the Redskin offense now as they get set to begin another possession. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards. Back now at Soldier Field. First down, he'll drop to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Darius Slay with a pick. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Lock in. Red, up. Red, up.
On 2nd down, here's Trubisky. And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. Cortland Sutton with his second TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Bears use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Parkey with the extra point, and that will bump the lead up to 26. Here's Parkey now, set to kick it away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. And here come the Redskins now. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. That hold coming from the left side of the line.
Hands got caught in the cookie jar on that one, and the flag came out. Penalty against him.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Richardson. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. A really nice gain of 25 yards. They'll look to throw now on first down. And he's got it. Got his man on the end route. Complete. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A good pickup there at 22. Well, it's one thing to complete that pass on a nice sunny 70-degree day, but in these elements, that's a tough thing to do.
It is, and let's just put the whole thing together, not just throwing the ball. Trying to protect the quarterback now when you got the pass rushers coming at you. Maybe things are a little slippery on the field. The guys trying to cover downfield, wanting to make sure they keep their footing as the guys make their cuts. Looking back and locating the ball, you name it, it's difficult all the way around, but the guy throwing it, he may have the toughest task.
And now time will be called here as we've got an injured Redskin down on the field. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. And this is taken in for a Redskins touchdown. DeAnthony Thomas, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Redskins are able to cut into that deficit.
They went 5 wide in that offensive set. In racing, going 3 wide's a big deal. To go 5, how about the way that they finish things off?
Did you just fit a race car reference into the game?
Zoom, zoom. How about the way that you play? When you go 5 wide, that means you're going fast now.
Zoom, zoom indeed. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. They are just putting things together so well here, drive after drive. They really have captured the momentum, haven't they?
They've taken momentum and pretty much not just given him a jersey, but a seat on the bench as well. Whatever do you need, you've got it, because the way they're stringing things together and creating that distance between them and their opponent, it's really hard to narrow that gap. And the other part is they're taking their spirit away from them, too.
Yeah, now they're just looking to add to that total. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
Lock in, lock in. 180! Lock in, lock in. Hey, gotta go, gotta go.
Now Howard. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Now they'll run it with Cohen. he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
Lock in, lock in. Stop. 180.
Now Trubisky to throw on 2nd. The screen pass here to Cullip. And he's a long ways into Washington territory before hitting the turf. They give him a gain of 38.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the 4th, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and go like turtle at this point. You can just go ahead and play.
A give to Howard running left. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Let's go. We're on the ball after this. Lock in, lock in. Put up. 180.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation.
Let's go.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Hands up. Put up. 180. Hey, 18.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Trubisky. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. Time for a break. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this. And Parkey not able to convert. This is no good. Wide to the left, and this score will stay right where it is. And there is nothing easy about being a kicker on a day like this.
Yeah, I tell you, not only is the footing tough in the snow, but kicking that ball is like kicking a rock. Very difficult to get any sort of feel on your kicks.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. And he will find his man on the end route, complete. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They're going to look to throw. Complete. Richardson has it. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. They convert on 3rd with a gain of 22.
Detroit!
He'll drop to throw. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
Detroit! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. The 20. And he's got his big tight end over the middle, complete. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. They've been struggling in the passing game. Do you like the aggressiveness there? I mean, it worked on that play, but do you like it?
I do, because a lot of the time you're struggling because your passing lanes are clogged. That usually happens when you're throwing the ball underneath. People start to press up on you. Push them deep. Find some space and open things up again. Being aggressive there, I think, will pay off for them.
this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. This linebacking core, they've done a good job of keeping that running game in check, haven't they?
They certainly have. And we'll go on.
He fights his way into the end zone for a Redskin touchdown. Royce Freeman, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Redskins are able to close the gap just a bit. Now the offense will stay out there. They're going to line up and try for 2. They'll try and run with Freeman. And he will find the end zone again. So he gets the touchdown and the 2-point conversion. And that'll cut this deficit down a little bit further. And this is going to be taken in by the Bears, and it appears they're going to win this game. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none.
Lock in, lock in.
Running with Howard. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration. Not a good play.
The penalty moves them into the red zone here on 1st and 10. They run with Howard. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Tackled there by Monte Nicholson. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
Oh, partner, there's something special about a game in the snow. Just always fun in these elements, although a little chillier up here in the open-air booth. The only thing that's not fun is that we got the mid-game notification that our flight was canceled tonight, but we'll deal with that later. It was really a fun game to watch, though.
It was, and there is something special about games played in the snow because the element of surprise really kicks in. You don't know how they're going to handle the ball, if someone's going to make a dramatic play just out of nowhere, and all of a sudden it just changes the course of things. But a big shout out to our crew to make sure that we were comfortable up here, as comfortable as one could be. In these elements, they took care of us and made sure we were dressed properly.
So for the Bears, it's an important win for their playoff hopes as they move to 8-4. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the Philadelphia Eagles. Meanwhile, for the Redskins, they suffer their 4th loss so far. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves next week at home against Jacksonville. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.
If the squad ain't with me, then it ain't right. Yeah. Hey, oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. Yeah. Yeah. Hey, 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 hey. Same squad, same squad, same squad. Drop top, coupe, Dodge.